Alright, hello, welcome back everyone to Metal Gear Solid. We had a damn good episode last time. I think we had two bosses in it. We had the helicopter and we had Sniper Wolf. So many missiles fired, I don't need these thermal goggles on. But anyways, I think, talking about bosses, I think we're about to have another one. Ooh, we're a little low on stingers, I don't like that. More time, maybe. Alright, whatever. We'll just jump right in.
Welcome, Cossack. This is the end of the road for you. Right, my friends? Listen, they agree. How dare you kill my friends? Ravens aren't scavengers like most people think. They're simply returning to the natural world, that which is no longer needed. Sometimes they even attack wounded foxes.
You were the one in the M1 tank? Must have been a tight fit for a big boy like you.
But that was no true battle. The Ravens and I were testing to see what kind of man you were. The judgment is decided. The Ravens say you are a true warrior.
Am I hallucinating? I can't move.
The Raven has put the mark of death upon you. Blood from the east flows within your veins. Your ancestors too were raised on the barren plains of Mongolia. Inuit and Japanese are cousins to each other. We share many ancestors, you and I.
I don't have any crows in my family tree.
You jest, but indeed ravens and snakes are not the best of friends. Nevertheless, you will make a worthy adversary. You live in Alaska too. You know of the World Eskimo Indian Olympics?
Yeah, I know it. Must be a real threat in the muck duck eating contest.
Yes, you are right. But there is another event that I excel at. It is called the ear pull. It is an event where two opponents pull each other's ears while enduring the harsh cold. It tests spiritual as well as physical strength.
You want to pull each other's ears?
The form is different, but the spirit is the same. Rejoice, Snake! Ours will be a glorious battle.
This isn't glorious. It's just plain killing. Violence isn't a sport.
Well, we'll see if there is iron in your words.
Oh boy. So now this is a dangerous strategy using claymores, because like I said earlier, you can trip your own claymores. So if you forget where you put them, that can become a bit of an issue. Where the fuck is he? Oh boy.
Come on out.
Oh my god, don't turn. Fuck! See, the stinger's the normal way to do this. At least the way I've always done it. I don't know if there's a better way. Holy shit, that does more damage than I remember. Okay, fuck claymores then. I love how he's big enough that the stinger actually locks onto him, though maybe it's locking onto his minigun. Also, gotta love how he's like, we will fight as warriors, and then proceeds to pull out his fucking minigun. Like, yeah, just like the warriors of old did. Jesus. Where the fuck is he going? Run! Wow, okay. I remember this fight taking a lot longer. I don't... Does he have less health on PC? I know that sounds weird, but I swear this fight Took a lot longer in the past. Though, in fairness, it's not done yet. Who knows what could happen. See, this should be the hardest fight in the game, but because we had to use the keyboard for Psycho Mantis, that ended up being way harder. Oh boy. This game does not play very well on a keyboard, I must admit. Ah! Okay, so that was shockingly easy.
Just as the boss said, it is my existence which is no longer needed in this world. But my body will not remain in this place. My spirit and my flesh will become one with the ravens. In that way, I will return to Mother Earth who bore me. Snake! I will be watching you. Understand? Snake, take this security card. It will open that door.
Why?
You are a snake which was not created by nature. You and the boss. You are from another world. A world that I do not wish to know. Go and do battle with him. I will be watching from above. First, I'll give you a hint. The man who you saw die before your eyes.
What is it?
That was not the DARPA chief. It was Decoy Octopus, a member of Foxhound. He was a master of disguise. He copied his subjects down to the blood. So he drained the chief's blood and took it into himself. But he wasn't able to deceive the Angel of Death.
The Angel of Death. But why go to so much trouble? Why impersonate the chief?
That is the end of my hint. You must solve the rest of the riddle yourself. Snake. In the natural world, there's no such thing as boundless slaughter. There's always an end to it. But you are different.
What are you trying to say?
The path you walk on has no end. Each step you take is paved with the corpses of your enemies. Their souls will haunt you forever. You shall have no peace. Hear me, Snake. My spirit will be watching you.
Whew. Ah, fuck. Okay.
Snake, it's me, Master. It's about Naomi. Turn your monitor off. What about Naomi?
Colonel, is Naomi there?
No, she's away. She's taking a short nap. So what is this about Naomi? Okay, maybe we better let the Colonel hear this too.
Yeah. Go on, Master.
Well, basically, Dr. Naomi Hunter is not Dr. Naomi Hunter at all.
What?
I thought her story of her background sounded kind of fishy, so I checked it out. And there is an actual Dr. Naomi Hunter, or I should say, there was one. But she's not the woman we know. The real Naomi Hunter disappeared somewhere in the Middle East. Our Naomi must identification papers.
So then who is she really?
She must be some kind of spy.
A spy?
Yes. Maybe she's been sent to sabotage this operation.
Are you saying she's with the terrorists?
I don't want to believe it either, but she is working for Foxhound.
So you think she had a part in the uprising?
Or she could be working with some different group altogether.
Different group? It couldn't be.
Place her under arrest.
What?
She's betrayed us. She needs to be arrested and interrogated to find out who she's with.
If she's one of their spies, then we're in big trouble.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Have you let her in on some kind of vital secret or something? Does this have anything to do with the mysterious deaths of the DARPA chief and the ArmsTech president?
I have no idea.
Anyway, we cannot allow her to participate any further in this mission.
Wait a minute. Without her, we can't complete this mission.
I knew it. You were hiding something.
Give me some time. I'll try to get it out of her.
Hurry then. We've got to figure out who she is and what she's doing here.
I understand. Snake, give me some time.
I don't have any time left for you.
Whew. Things are getting spicy up in here. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So I was pretty nervous for that fight, I'm not gonna lie, because I am very rusty, as you've probably been able to tell at this point. Ooh. Is that Claymore still there? And yeah, like I swear, I remember that fight being really hard. Like I remember that being definitely the hardest fight in the game. Oh, Claymore's gone. Interesting. So the fact that it went so smoothly, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed, I must say. But anyways, enough of that. Let's move on. Why am I so paranoid of mines everywhere? I feel like there's mines fucking in every room. Come on. Go, 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 go. What's up here? Gotta love how the entire security system in this... Oh, shit! In this, area is just automated turrets, one chaff grenade, and this room is fucking compromised. I love it. Just in case, because I'm pretty sure that's it for the elevator ambushes, but... Oh, shit. No, I see where we are. Never mind. Alright. I don't remember if there's much point in exploring now. Oh boy! Or if we should just come back here later. Run! Ah! That was terrifying. That was absolutely terrifying. Shit.
Snake, it's me.
What's wrong? Did you find a good place to hide?
Yeah, thanks to the stealth gear. It looks like they've finished getting Metal Gear ready.
How do you know that?
I overheard them talking. Where are you now?
Right in front of Metal Gear, but it's strange.
What is?
There's nobody here. No guards. Nobody patrolling. It's too quiet.
Maybe because they're all ready. They said they even input the PAL codes.
What should I do?
All we can do is use the override system that President Baker told you about.
But I've only got one of the 3 keys, and besides that, like Ocelot said, there's some trick to using the keys.
Leave it to me.
You got some kind of plan?
Well, I'm in the computer room right now. I'm trying to access Baker's private files.
Baker's files? Don't you need a password?
Of course, but there are ways.
Are you a hacker?
Yep, that describes me pretty well.
Does it look like you can get in?
I don't know yet. I'll give it a try.
I'm counting on you.
Are you a hacker? Otacon's out there offering 10th prestige lobbies for 1,500 Microsoft points. Yo, you want gold camo, bro? JTAG lobbies, bro. JTAG. Fuck.
Snake, it's me again.
How's it going?
Not bad. I just got past his 3rd security level. He was a pretty careful guy.
Do you think you'll break in soon?
I never met a system I couldn't bust into.
Okay, keep trying.
That took him like 4 seconds to get there, so I wouldn't be too concerned, Snake. I gotta say. FAMAS. I don't think I'm gonna end up using the FAMAS for the rest of the game. Unless I get spotted, I guess. But other than that, yeah, I don't really think there's a need for it. Oh, excuse me. Big yawn. I've had so much coffee this morning. How am I still yawning? It's making videos, man. It's fucking exhausting. Such a hard work.
Snake, I did it.
You got past security?
Bingo.
Great. So what do you got?
I accessed the confidential Metal Gear file.
So what about the PAL override system that Baker talked about?
I haven't found it yet.
That's what I need to know.
But Snake, I found something else.
What?
The secret behind the new nuclear weapon. Just as I thought, the nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile. It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes, but effective. And that's not even the scariest thing about this weapon.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
It's a stealth weapon.
You mean it won't show up on radar?
Yeah. The truth is, they've been working on a stealth missile since the late 70s.
Why weren't they able to develop one until now?
Because of the missile rocket propulsion system, it would be picked up by enemy satellites.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection systems.
An invisible nuclear warhead.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
We learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
This thing could mean the end of the world.
It's the ultimate weapon. And from a political point of view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspections. Colonel, is this true? Are you listening?
I'm listening.
If word of this got out, it could delay the signing of the START 3 treaty and cause a huge international incident.
Yeah, it would be nasty. The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you know this, Colonel?
I'm sorry.
You changed, Colonel.
I won't make any excuses.
Snake, listen to me. This new nuclear weapon, it's never actually been tested, only simulated.
You mean they ran a computer model?
Yeah, that's why they were conducting this exercise. They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation.
What were the results of the exercise?
It looks like it went better than they hoped for, but I can't find the data anywhere on this network. You'd think the data as important as that would be carefully recorded.
It was. President Baker gave me an optical disc with all of the test data.
What? You still have it?
No, Ocelot took it from me.
The terrorists have replaced the dummy warhead with a real warhead. Once they input the detonation codes, they should be ready to launch.
So you think they can do it?
Well, the dummy warhead was designed to be identical to the real thing, so I think so.
Did you find out how to override it yet?
Not yet. It must be in a separate file. Right now I'm looking through all of Baker's personal files.
We're counting on you.
Whew. The plot is getting spicy. What did I say, ladies and gentlemen? Coming up right near the end, so it fucking better be. I feel like I was talking about something before all that. If it was important, it'll come back to me. Like how he's like, huh? Who shot me? What was that? That's the best part about when you beat this game. Oh, sorry.
Snake,
Did you find it?
no. I haven't found out about the override system yet, but I found Baker's ulterior motive.
He's just looking to get rich, isn't he?
Armstech is in much worse financial trouble than I thought.
I know they lost their bid to make the next generation fighter jet. That plus the reduction in SDI spending.
It looks like there was even some talk of a hostile takeover.
Everything was riding on this project, I guess.
It looks like we were paying a lot of bribe money to the DARPA chief.
Bribe money, huh?
Yeah, and Baker was a big proponent of the nuclear deterrent theory.
I see. So anyway, what about the override?
Just give me a little bit longer.
What was I saying? So if you beat this game like how I'm going to by giving into the torture, you get stealth camo as a reward, which is what Otacon uses. And if you beat it by resisting the torture, you get the infinite bandana. But if you play this game with stealth camo, you can literally like come one button press away from breaking someone's neck, put them down, like just run like 2 feet away, and they're gonna get up like, huh? What was that? I guess it was nothing. Because stealth camouflage is overpowered as fuck. Anyways, that's all I'd say about that.
Okay, I've entered the PAL codes and disengaged the safety device. We can launch anytime.
There's still no response from Washington. It looks like we'll have to show them that we mean business.
Should I set it for Cherniton, Russia?
No, there's been a change. The new target is Lopnor, China.
Why, boss?
I'm sure neither you nor Mr. Golukovich would really like to see a nuclear bomb dropped on your motherland, right?
Liquid. But why? There's nothing there.
Wrong. It's a nuclear test site.
A nuclear test site?
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over. But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public. Meanwhile, Washington will be worried about the retaliatory strike from China.
That'll probably mean top-secret talks between both countries' leaders.
Of course. And in the process, the President will be forced to divulge the existence of a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese. What do you think that will do to the US's reputation? Or the President's?
And with the CTBT, that means that China and India... I see.
Yes. When the other countries hear about this new weapon, they'll all want to contact us. Washington won't be very happy when we start selling their own system to the highest bidders. Yes, the President will break. He will give in to our demands.
Big Boss's DNA and $1 billion.
$1 billion? That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well. I'm also including the Fox-Die vaccine in our demands.
Fox-Die. It killed Octopus and the Armstech president. So it's true that it affects older people first. Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
Wolf wasn't infected either. Perhaps due to those tranquilizers she always took.
Something to do with the adrenaline level in the blood. Or maybe it's just because this Fox-Die was still experimental and they haven't worked out all the bugs yet.
In any case, have you heard from your friend, Colonel Sergei Golukovich, at the Spetsnaz?
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear. He said we can talk after Metal Gear's test launch is successful.
He's a very prudent man.
There's nothing to worry about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and a new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain its position as a military superpower, they need to reinforce their nuclear arsenal. They need a nuclear weapon that can't be intercepted. Metal Gear will allow them to gain first strike capability over the rest of the world.
Their regular army is in shambles, and they think they can restore their country's military power with nuclear weapons? Golukovich, he's no warrior. He's a politician.
But he's the one who gave us the Hind and most of our other heavy firepower.
He's got over 1,000 soldiers under his command. If we join forces, we could put up quite a resistance here. Since Mantis died, the Genome Soldier's brainwashing has started to wear off. I'm worried about the men's morale. An alliance with the Russians would boost that as well.
What are you saying?
We're not going anywhere. We're going to dig in here.
We could still escape.
We've got the most powerful weapon ever made, and we're about to ally with Galukovich's forces.
Are you going to fight the whole world?
And what's wrong with that? We can launch a nuclear warhead at any target on this planet. A nuclear warhead invisible to radar. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads. Once we get the DNA and the money, the world will be ours!
What about your promise to Colonel Galukovich?
I have no interest in the revival of Mother Russia.
You're not thinking of reviving Big Boss's dream.
From today, call this place Outer Heaven.
Big Boss's dream.
But boss, you're not worried about the PAL being overridden. If the code is entered again, it'll be deactivated.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the ArmsTech president are both dead.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated him, don't you know?
You didn't have any keys on him.
Good. Then no one can stop Metal Gear now.
By the way, what should we do with that woman? Want me to kill her?
Let her live. She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Meryl, she's alive.
Snake, I found Baker's top secret files.
Great job.
How's it going there?
They've finished inputting the PAL codes. So how do we deactivate them?
Okay, you see the override system that the President was talking about? It can also be used to input the detonation codes. You see, if you insert the keys when the warhead is active, you deactivate it. And if you insert them when it's inactive, it becomes activated. And you can only use the keys once.
Only once, huh?
Yeah, you better get started. We don't have much time.
But it takes 3 keys, right? I've only got one of them.
Hold on a minute. You see, that's the trick. You already have all 3 keys.
What are you talking about?
The card key is made of a shape memory alloy.
Shape memory alloy?
Yes. It's a material that changes shape at different temperatures. The key is made out of it.
This card key?
Yeah. The card key changes shape at different temperatures.
So this key is actually 3 keys in one. Clever.
Can you see the input terminals in the center of the control room?
I see them.
Those 3 laptop terminals are for the emergency input. There should be a symbol on each screen. Each symbol corresponds to a different key. Input the keys in order from left to right. The left one's for the room temperature key. See the symbol? Next to that goes the low temperature key. The one on the right is the high temperature key.
Okay, I got it. First, I change the shape of the card, and then I input them in order, right?
That's right. All you do is insert the card keys. After you insert the key into the module, a hard disk reads the information contained on it. Once you've finished with all 3 terminals, the code input process is complete. But here's the thing. You can only use the key 3 times. It's an emergency system. It's only meant to be used once.
The world is riding on that key, Snake. Who's that?
Damn! The key fell in the drainage ditch.
Snake! This is bulletproof glass. There's no way in. I'll enjoy watching you die.
Snake, you've got to get that key.
Oh boy, I may have spoken too soon about that FAMAS being useless. Woo. Yeah, this is the part of the game that often gets criticized because we're about to do a lot of backtracking, as you might guess. For the cold key, we gotta go back to where we killed Vulcan Raven to cool it down. And then for the worm key, we gotta go way back to that first area in the smelting room, I guess. So it's not that bad, because the main reason they have you do all that backtracking is because they need more game time, because there's a lot of story that's about to unfold over the codec. So they need more game time to have time for those moments to pop up. And because I play these games for the story anyways, having a bit of a tedious gameplay moment is not too big a deal for me. That being said, I totally understand why somebody might not care for this part of the game. Come on, where's that key at? Yo, is the body armor protecting me? You know, I think it might be. Like I'm still taking a bit of damage, but I think it's slowing it down. Apparently, body armor protects you from cold damage as well. I guess it makes sense. You would be a bit warmer. Where's my chaff? Okay, go, go, go. So there's that bomb I was telling everyone about. I hope it's far enough away. There we go. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we made it. Where is the card key? I don't remember if there, oh shit, if it is in one spot or if it moves around. Actually, wait, I just realized, I always kind of assumed you took damage here because of, I don't have, wait, I didn't pick it up without realizing. What was I saying? I always assumed you took damage in here because of because it was cold, but is it because this is like nuclear wastewater, actually? Because that would make sense. Ah, there it is. We got it, boys. We got it. Where is it? Ah. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Goddamn, Metal Gear Rex is so tall, it takes like 3 loading screens to get to the top. Alright. Damn it. God, I hate when they take the radar from you. Stop moving. You know what? I can probably just sneak by actually while he's down there. Run! Ha ha ha. Where's chaff grenades? Go out. Is there any that ration? Oh fuck, do I have to have it equipped? Hello? It was wasn't want to do it for some reason. Maybe the chaff grenade fucks with it or something.
PAL code number 1 confirmed. Awaiting PAL code number 2.
Okay, that takes care of PAL code number 1. Now, PAL number 2, freeze the key.
Oh boy. Run! Ha 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 ha! See, yeah, see, if you get caught in there, fuck. Oh man. Ah, the key. Ah, okay. The sticks are a little fussy when it comes to selecting stuff here. But, what was I about to say? Yeah, right there, if you were stuck in the room... Hello? Like, if you're in the room when that happens, then you get caught. Fuck, and gas floods in to the room. And you basically die. You can withstand it, but you'll go through most of your rations. And only if you have the gas mask will it even work. But if you run out quick enough like that, you can get out before the door closes. Which I prefer to do rather than waste a chaff grenade. Though, it does not always work, unfortunately. So you gotta be careful. Because we do need quite a few chaff grenades for a fight coming up, which I won't spoil, though, I mean, maybe just saying that spoils it, who knows. I'm having trouble deciding if I'm gonna play Metal Gear Solid 2 right away after this, or if I'm gonna take a break from MGS, do something else. One thing I've been thinking about that I want to do is, I'm thinking I want to get Cyberpunk, because originally that's a game I was going to wait on, but because I'm doing this whole YouTube thing now, I was thinking I might get Cyberpunk day one, and then maybe that's a way to grow the channel a bit, is just on the first night Cyberpunk's out, upload a bunch of videos on it, and then maybe grow a bit of an audience that way. So I've been considering that. The only problem is because, like I said in my channel introduction, if anybody watched it, that I started a new job that was on call, and since I'm still so new, I'm not getting that many calls. So to buy a $80 game for me right now is a bit of a steep investment. But that being said, if it does do what I'd like it to do, which is grow my channel enough that I can get monetization, or even not monetization, even if it's enough, even if it grows enough that I just have an audience, that would be happy with me, or that would make me happy. Then that's probably that'd probably be worth it in my eyes. Just to launch the channel a bit. Get it from where it is right now, 0 views, to maybe 500 views a video. That's all I'm really asking for right now. So, I don't know. I'm just rambling because I don't know what else to talk about at the moment, but so perhaps we will be getting Cyberpunk in the future. If you're watching in the future. Actually, now that I think about it, this video is probably going to be uploaded after Cyberpunk's out. So, I don't know why I'm talking about this, because anybody watching will already know whether I've been uploading Cyberpunk or not. It's November 30th as I record this video, but I'm guessing this won't get uploaded till like the 14th of December or something like that. Resident Evil 4 still isn't even done uploading. So I'm working a bit ahead. I'm working so far ahead because then if I do end up getting a bunch of calls back to back and I can't record videos for a while, then it's not a huge deal, because I'd really like to keep up this schedule of at least 2 videos a day. Because it seems like consistency is probably a key in a successful YouTube channel. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's not, but whatever. I'm just making my way through this, trying to navigate. Hello. Trying to navigate the 2020 YouTube scene. Alright. Oh. Do I need to whip up the power key? Hello? That's fucking weird, man, how long it takes.
MGS2 confirmed. Awaiting PAL code number 3.
Okay, there goes PAL code number 2. Next comes PAL number 3. Warm the key.
Alright. Oh shit, you can just run out that way. That's much easier. Don't even have to be concerned. Shit. Shit. With a body armor just in case. Yeah, I guess to continue my thought, it's because I'm a little hesitant to start MGS2 right away, because if I did, it would start uploading on like, yeah, December 15th or something and be going on through. So I'm not sure if I want to do that or so instead of having 3 videos a day, keep it to 2 videos a day, probably just follow in Cyberpunk. But what I could do is at least while MGS2 is uploading, pause the Fallout playthrough. I don't know. Just lots of musings on my mind. I'll figure it all out as time goes on. I've got like 10 days to figure it out. I think it comes out December 10th. I am very excited for Cyberpunk. I was originally going to wait just because I want to, if anything, upgrade my PC. But the recommended specs I actually do meet. I meet barely. Well, I think my processor isn't quite as powerful as the recommended, but my graphics card is literally the recommended, at least on the Steam page. I don't know how reliable those are, to be honest. But, shit. Ah! But CD Projekt Red is pretty good at optimizing that kind of thing. So we'll see. And yeah, I think the more I talk about it, the more I am leaning towards it, because I think it might be worth it, even if it does bring me the smallest amount of attention. Just to have a tiny little audience would be enough for me. Make it all worthwhile. X marks the spot. Come on. I think the best thing they introduced in MGS2 is the ability to like roll or cartwheel as one of the other characters, which if you've never played the game, I won't spoil.
Snake, it's about Naomi Hunter.
Then you should talk to the Colonel. He's looking into it.
Turn your monitor off.
Okay, it's off. No one else can hear us. Go ahead.
Sorry, but I didn't want the Colonel to hear.
Okay, so what's up?
I've got a good friend in the Pentagon.
Yeah?
He's the one who told me about it. It looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon.
An assassination weapon?
Snake, have you ever heard of something called Fox Dye?
No. Fox Dye. Liquid and the others were talking about it.
Yeah. It's some kind of virus that targets specific people. I don't know all the details, but...
What are you trying to say?
It's too similar.
What is?
The cause of death. Didn't the Arms Tech president and the DARPA chief, I mean, Decoy Octopus, die of something that looked like a heart attack?
Yeah.
Well, apparently Fox Dye kills its victims by simulating a heart attack.
No. You're telling me that Naomi was behind it?
Snake, try to remember. Did Naomi give you some kind of injection?
The nanomachines.
She was in the best position to have done it, but I don't know what her motive was.
Does the Colonel know?
I'm not sure. But he still hasn't questioned her.
Okay, I'll ask him myself. Colonel, what's new with the Naomi situation?
I just placed Naomi under arrest.
Arrest?
She was sending coded messages towards the Alaskan base. I didn't want to believe it, but she must be working with the terrorists.
Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. She's being interrogated now.
What kind of interrogation?
Well, I'd like to avoid the rough stuff, but we don't even have any sodium pentothal here.
Call me if you find out anything.
So it's true, isn't it?
Naomi, I can't believe it.
That means the Fox dye vaccine must be around somewhere.
Listen, I've got bigger things to worry about.
But Snake, you might be infected too, you know.
All I can do is leave it up to the Colonel.
Those subtitles were fucking weird. I don't know what was up with that. All out of sync. I guess since we're on the topic of Cyberpunk, I must say I'm actually quite excited for it. I don't think since, well, probably not since Metal Gear Solid 5 to be, ooh shit. Probably not since Metal Gear Solid 5 to be honest, have I really been that excited for a game like that far in advance. Normally I just block the shit out of my mind until like a week before it comes out. And we're starting to get there with Cyberpunk, so I'm starting to let myself get a little excited. The gameplay that came out however long ago, like a year ago now probably, reminded me a lot of the new Deus Ex games, Human Revolution and Mankind Divided. And I fucking love Human Revolution. Mankind Divided's pretty good as well, but the story's not finished, to be honest. It's just not as good in general, but yeah, I love the new Deus Ex game, so if it's going to be at all like that. Made by CD Projekt Red, give it some of that Witcher 3 magic, then I am more than ready for that, I must say. And it's been a while since it's been a while since I played a really good RPG like I'm expecting that to be too. You know, like I guess the Outer Worlds was the last one I played. But even then, that was... like, it had skill points, like Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3. And I guess the old Fallouts, which was greatly appreciated. And in that way, it's already much better than Fallout 4. But they gave you so many skill points, and the whole, like, 3 skills being grouped together up to level 50 sort of thing. You'll know what I'm talking about if you played the game. Made it way too easy to get high enough skills to pass like any and all skill checks, basically. That being said, the Outer Worlds is far and away much better than Fallout 4. To me, the Outer Worlds is what Fallout 4 should have been, and I just pretend that that is Fallout 4. Fallout 4, but it takes place in the future after civilization rebuilt itself, and yada yada yada. I really hope that game gets a sequel, because it could have a really solid... it's a really solid foundation if they want to continue it. And I won't take credit for this idea. I don't remember what channel it was, did like a really like long form review on it. Suggested that maybe if they did a sequel, it could take place in another star system that had been colonized in the same way that Halcyon had in the first game. But instead of like corporate overlords like the first game's theme was, maybe the second game could be about, you know, some other theme, religious fanaticism, I don't know, something like that. And then the series, if it continued past that, could all take place in each game rather could take place in its own star system, and each game would have its own distinct theme that it could tackle because of that. And I think that's a brilliant idea. I wish I could remember which channel that was that came up with that idea, but yeah, I really liked that. Really liked the idea. I never played the DLC for Outer Worlds because I heard it wasn't that good. Maybe I should do an Outer Worlds playthrough on the channel. I'd be down for that. Definitely do that before I do Fallout 4. I'll say that right now. And the Outer Worlds came out, like, I don't know how long. I think a couple years after Fallout 4, and it looks better than Fallout 4. Yet Fallout 4 runs so much worse than Outer Worlds. Fallout 4 like medium settings for me runs at like 40 FPS or some shit. I was running the Outer Worlds on high. It looks so much better, and it's like consistent
Snake,
90.
Can you hear me? It's Naomi.
Naomi? What the hell?
Campbell and the others are busy right now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yes. But not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know myself. I don't know my real name or even what my parents looked like. I bought all my identification. But my reason for getting into genetics was true.
'Cause you want to know yourself, right?
That's right. I want to know where I came from. My age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s. A dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia? What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around. That's probably where I got my skin color from, but I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to understand who you are now?
Understand who I am now? Why should I? No one else tries to understand me. I was alone for so long, until I met my big brother. And him.
Your big brother?
Yes. Frank Yeager.
What?
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi River. I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me. Yes, Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray Fox?
We survived that hell together, Frank and I. He protected me. He's my one connection. The only connection I have to my past.
And he brought you back to America?
No. I was in Mozambique when he came.
Who is he? You mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom, this America. And then he and my brother went back to Africa to continue the war. And that's when it happened. You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Yes. I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes. That's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Gray Fox for his genome experiments?
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterwards, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Gray Fox, he's come here to kill me?
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure of it.
Fox? No. Naomi, tell me something.
About Fox Die? Fox Die is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Fox Die contains smart enzymes created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA?
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF-epsilon.
Huh?
It's a type of cytokine, a peptide which causes cells to die. The TNF-epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
And then they cause a heart attack?
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then, the victim dies.
Apoptosis? You mean the heart cells commit suicide? Naomi,
What?
You must have programmed that thing to kill me too, right? Do I still have time? Naomi, I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Listen, Snake. I'm not the one who made the decision to use Fox Die.
Huh? You weren't?
You were injected with Fox Die as a part of this operation. I just wanted to let you know that. No, that's not the whole truth.
Huh?
The real thing I wanted to tell you was... Snake,
Hey, what are you doing?
Snake!
Naomi!
Snake, I can't allow Naomi to make any more unauthorized transmissions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that Fox Die was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that. Right now, your job is to stop Metal Gear. Okay, Snake?
Whew. Oh, so much story going on. I feel like I had something to say, but I don't remember. But fuck, Frank Yeager and Naomi know each other? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh boy. This way. Don't turn, please. Thank God. Now would be a very anticlimactic time to die, huh? Where's my chaff? Jeff. How's my... Okay. Oh shit, I hope that still works thrown down there. Ah, it does. Into the nuclear waste. Whew. Alright. No, excuse me, hiccup. Just a little hiccup. Come on, there we go. If that's one thing I were to say about Metal Gear Solid, like as a series, that's a little strange and maybe not perfect, is the story in most of them is often very back-ended, I guess you'd say. Like, the majority of what's important actually only ever ends up happening in the third act. You know, like the first two acts. I guess that's not really that. I think, honestly, that's not that abnormal for stories. I think it just seems a little weird because so much happens in these games that the back end can feel a little cluttered, but they're still fantastic. I think what I was trying to say too is the biggest missed opportunity in Metal Gear Solid 5 by far is the fact that Gray Fox wasn't in it. I think that the timeline and locations don't quite add up, so that makes sense. But I mean, they retconned enough shit in that travesty of a game that, I mean, I would have taken it. I would have been fine with it. But anyways, I'm just laying down here because I think I'm gonna finish the episode there. Next episode, I think it's gonna probably be the end. If not next episode, the one after that for sure. But regardless, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.